All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem Shabbat, Shem Rukakodash, double on the apostle, others great millstone. Shalom on top of the Akamata, preaching the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, you'll see the title of this lesson going into He is as death. He being the so-called white man, the harbinger of death. He brings nothing but chaos, destruction, genocide, poison, throughout the whole earth. I speak on this a lot when you watch these animal documentaries, which this lesson is kind of going to be more so centered around animals, because the scriptures speak about how the righteous regardeth the life of his beast. The so-called white man doesn't regard the life of anything. When this man hit the west coast of Africa, the population of us as Israelites started to dramatically decline. When he came to the Americas, the Boricuas and the Taino Indians and all the different types in Northern Kingdom, you had, of course, the Seminoles, you had the Apache, but they were all, of course, that was Reuben and Gad through the different tribes. And then you had the Northern Kingdom, which was you Latin tribes that was in North Central and South America. All right, and they were saying that a lot of them so many of those were getting killed off. It was almost damn near like a genocide. So you go all the way even back, and this is from that point even forward, but back from where we're at now, this devil always rolled like that. Now you have this picture, basically a herd of elephants. It says in the 1500s there were over 25 million elephants in Africa. By the 1900s, this had fallen to 10 million. And by 79 down to 1.3 billion. By the 1990s, they were below 300,000. This is a photo from 1976. See? So this devil kills for sport. That's where you have the term trophy. All right, when you look up the word trophy, it goes into the word trough or trophy, which means meat. Because if you look at the old deers and that will get shot down, bucks, they would hang them on their walls as a trophy, which the word, like I said, trophy means meat or prize, but it really means meat, because when you would actually take, and even in the ancient world, you would, like if you would chop somebody's head off, if you were to kill a king, King David, or more so Judith did that. She chopped the man's head off and brought it to as a trophy, to indicate that individual was killed. So like I said, dealing in regards to this man, he's done killed off majority of the mammals, and if they're not killed, they're in captivity or they're endangered. Out of the two, these animals be sick as hell. The habitat that they dwell in is famished, and it really turns them to go to turn on the citizens of that land, because they're in fear. These animals aren't stupid. They can record. Like if you have a small elephant, some of them have seen the lives of their mothers and fathers die by the hands of the so-called white man, or get put in captivity, brutally, shackled. And they grow up with that stigma, of hating humans, And when you read in the in the scriptures, it says Noah had the dread of him over all the. Now they feared Noah, but they understood Noah's plight through the Spirit, so they actually wasn't looking at Noah as somebody that was just a killing instrument unto them. They feared his presence because he had a godly presence, Now they feared this devil on the left because he's a harbinger of destruction. So this is Genesis 9:1, and the Most High blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Verse 2, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth and upon every fowl of the air and upon all that moveth upon the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. The flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Yeah, so Noah, as a righteous man, you see that he regarded the life of the beast, because he allowed them to enter into the ark. You know, it speaks about the clean and the unclean. You know, but he built the ark big enough to sustain these animals. And if you look at this devil, he's the polar opposite. He'll build these pods and lodge these animals in there. You know, have them with artificial trees or artificial ecosystem or habitat, and they be depressed, man. If you look at these gorillas or these lions that be in these, you know, they got to get food thrown to them, a steak, a ribeye or something like that. And some of these zoo facilities, they be giving those animals bad meat, man. You know, they'll give them expired food or an expired meat, and that causes those animals to be all types of sick, man. And see, animals in the ancient world, they could go to their habitat to certain plants, and they would eat off of that, but then they have to get injections and antibiotics by this devil, man. So the Most High is going to jack them up for the destruction that he has caused upon the planet Earth. You know, as a matter of fact, I have this scripture in Proverbs, the 12th chapter, but before I wanted to actually bring out this, because animal trafficking didn't just start just yesterday. All right, a lot of these individuals were literally damn near born yesterday. How they act through their well, I ain't gonna say literally, but they act like they was born yesterday, you know. And they don't understand that this devil has been bringing nothing but hell and chaos since the beginning of time. You know, when he actually got established as a so-called nation in dominance. All right, because when it tells you during the time of the Greeks, it said that evils got multiplied on the face of the earth. So you have this where it says the exotic animal traffickers of ancient Rome, thousands of bears, panthers, leopards, and lions and elephants were killed in the Colosseum. But how did they get there in the first place? It says, in what might be the world's oldest recorded awkward situation, the Roman orator Marcus Tullius Cicero spent much of his term as Cilicia's governor trying to ignore a very specific request from his former legal clients Marcus Caelius Rufus. I want to get to the point, bro. Let's go read this article if they, you know, feel the need to. I don't think this is the one that I read before, but it was an actual article I read a little while back about how in Rome, the amount of destruction that they caused in the Colosseums, you know, brothers could look into it. Bringing these different animals in the midst of each other for destruction. You see these gladiators killing these elephants, and then they'll have the elephants versus a rhinoceros, or put a leopard, a lion, and a tiger all in one you know, in the Colosseums, and they would fight to the death. And they did that so excessively that the population of the animals started to wither away in Africa, man. And Africa is a humongous place. Africa is not small. Africa is a continent that consists of over 50 countries. So for the fact that they could act, this devil has shrunk the population of these gigantic animals. Look how big an elephant is, you know. Hell, in the ancient world, during the time of Maccabees, they would put towers on top of these elephants, you know. But for them to actually kill off so many of these animals, that shows you that he's as death. It tells you that in Revelation, the 6th chapter, all right? And nothing but death and destruction and hell. And like I said, chaos follows, you know. The master of chaos. This the so-called white man is a supervillain. But this is Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beasts, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Yeah, so righteous men, you know, took care of the animals because animals take care of them. It's an ecosystem. You know, you watch these different movies. I remember as a child I watched Lion King, and in the movie The Lion King, it said there was a saying about the circle of life. You know, like you have the bees that pollinate, you know, and everything works, whether directly or indirectly, you know, with one another in that habitat, you know, for the longevity of man. But his devil doesn't see these things, and so he feels like he could do what he want to do, and he could just establish artificial structures, you know, on the earth. And that's why this place is nothing more than the concrete jungle that the Most High has to destroy. All right, this is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Yeah, so the people are in a state of mourning, you know. And they're going to keep mourning until the righteous are established. That's why scriptures speak about in Esdras, how this kingdom has to just fall, man. We're waiting on the fall of this society. We're waiting on the return of the second return of whom the world calls Jesus Christ, which is Yahushua in the ancient Hebrew, man. I'm sorry, like I said, I just wanted to speak on that, shed more light, because we are to lift the skirt pursuant to Isaiah the 47th chapter and expose this man all the day long, man. You know, the apostles always speak about the unicorn. You know, we're lifting up this devil and bringing it all out in truth. So with that, I'm going to end by giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, that is the great millstone. Shalom, Laki.